Coming to you live from Venice Beach, California, it's Zuma Dog and Zuma Show. And first of all, thank you, Matt Dowd, for this federal exhibit known as his postal artwork, of which he has at Venice Beach. That's going to be relevant. Zuma Dog for a new ZumaShow.com to update you on a few things. Haven't done one in a while. First of all, the city pissed me off, y'all. They cut me off, they ejected me, they don't want to settle my lawsuit, they give me the runaround. So, you know, I had to blast them and just, I feel good now, but it was some energy drain as my Hulk juice kind of pumped up through me like never before, and I threw everybody under the bus, y'all. I messed all you motherfuckers up by exposing LA pension fraud, and I hate to break it to you, but record levels of viewership, y'all. And so I don't even need to tell the people watching right now to go look at the stuff, because I know all of you have already looked at it, because I've seen the statistics and they're higher than ever, y'all. On all the posts about pension fraud, y'all. Yeah. And so I'd like to say that I took it to the next level, y'all, on KVB.FM. You might have heard of Michael Linder, creator of America's Most Wanted, longtime news journalist from KABC and all these other news stations. He's very credible, y'all, and he's got a news part of this website, KVB.FM, broadcasting here at Venice Beach. So I was a little upset and said I want further exposure on pension fraud. Hey, Michael, I got a story to tell. So you know what I'm saying? All the names I haven't been saying and tying them to the ones that I have before, it has all been exposed and uncovered and discovered. And why repeat it here when you can listen to it at kvb.fm and go to their website to look at it, and you can also see it reposted at lacitynews.com. And briefly, here's how it works. Viragosa, backed by Weatherly Capital, Richard Reardon, politics, fundraising people. Will they raise money to back politicians? Viragosa becomes mayor. First thing he does is appoint people from Weatherly Capital who backed him, things like Weatherly Capital's lead counsel, their attorney. He puts his head of the CRA. He puts Elliot Broidy at the fire and police pensions. He puts Kelly Cannelly and all these people at the Lacers, all the Weatherly cronies, Richard Ziman. And that's all been detailed on the blog, lacitynews.com. And then before you know it, you got his friends from the Lacers putting the money into his friends from the CRA. And that's what it's all about. And that's why we've lost billions. Oh, by the way, another coincidence. Zuma Dog starts blogging about the Lacers and the CalPERS and the alternative investments into real estate and phony LLCs and winking the smiles. And so now they come out and say, oh, we're not going to do that anymore. No, please, LA Times, print that we're not going to do that anymore. Oh, and coincidence, after Zuma Dog crushes you on this issue, you come out with the story in LA Times, but you know what? You lost, 42% of the fucking CalPERS or something like that, you stupid dummies. Alright, and if you live in Venice, the beachhead, of course, Zuma Dog in every issue somehow or another. Here is Michael Linder being featured for his KVB.FM. The music is fantastic, like the Jason Bentley, KCRW type of dance stuff, and then he's got his Venice Beach Slice of Life features. Check that out. I get the Zuma Dog gets a mention. Also, hello Diane Lawrence. We have city council elections coming up March 8th, and I'm here to say that the ballots must have gone out, because now all of a sudden the Zuma Dog City Council election voter guide is getting big hits, more than even when I posted initially. So people search and they see LA City News, City Council voter guide. They think it's official, y'all, and it's Zuma Dog saying what I think, y'all. Hooty-hoo! And Diane has a lot to say right here about Herb Wesson, and she gives her endorsements and she covers everything. And if you just go right here to this website, you can read it. There you go, there's the website. You can read this exclusive issue on CD10 about Herb Wesson. I like to say CD8, Bernard Parks, the only incumbent Zuma Dog says must be reelected. Please take that as a very strong statement. He's the only one that knows about budget. There's a lot of issues I vigorously disagree with Parks on. some of the things he's going against, like medical marijuana collectives, goes exactly against Zuma Dog. He was first to sign this code of conduct thing to try to squelch us. But I don't let my personal beefs get in the way of the big picture. He's the only one that knows what the hell's going on with the budget. He's the only one that stands up that talks about railing it in. And if you say, well, he's with these other 14 losers. And you know what? The DWP, the unions, they're running someone against Parks, and that should say it also. I didn't mean this to be about that, but please re-elect Bernard Parks and support him. He might lose, y'all. He's got everybody against him on the shady racketeering side. Okay. Now, back to the good memories, y'all. You know what? I've been trying to settle with the city on my Venice Beach lawsuit. They lost in court. We whooped their ass, but good, y'all. And what people don't realize is that the code of conduct, the way that Eric Garcetti, Jan Perry Denizine handled the meetings and ejected me and banned me and Matt Dowd, well, that hasn't been discussed much because the judge didn't put an injunction on that. That's really all that's left, and so we want to go all the way. And, I'd like to say to the good, fine people of the United States of America, Zuma Dog is hungry as fuck. I could sure use about $100,000. I probably could get out of the city, out of this thing, but I'm not going to sell it out. This is big U.S. constitutional stuff about, what's been going on, First Amendment speech at L.A. City Hall. And you know what? I need a total ruling on behalf of the people. This big stuff, I put it at least $333,000 for a settlement. It's not about money, but at some point you have to say, well, yeah, that's punishment for the city, but it's never going to come to that. So now it's going to be millions and millions, because the latest breaking news is that I'm sorry I didn't make it to City Council today, February 15, 2011. I was in discussions with the Top Century City Civil Rights Attorney, and so we're already discussing legal strategy, because you know what? We already did win the case, and I thought that we could settle, and the strategy was don't use attorneys. We could save money. You've already won. You don't need the attorney. We can do it quickly and easily, a little quickie settlement. That way the city wins, Zuma Dog wins because we can do it faster. But no, they don't take it seriously, and I seriously cannot handle representing myself under this. I mean, I have the legal strategies and whatnot, but clearly, if you've seen my blogging over the weekend, and I took a lot of it down because it made me uncomfortable, and the stuff that's still up, and if you saw the energy and the rage, clearly it's like Charlie Sheen, hookers, and all the money in the world. You can't give Zuma Dog an electronic medium where I could tweet and blog every thought in my head at all times, and then I get all worked up and I'm blogging, I'm trying to crush the city, I'm exposing everything as, hey, before you know it, it's the Hulk, and it takes too much out of me. And so seriously, it did get the best of me, and I have to turn it over to this attorney who's already intimately familiar with this Venice Beach case. It doesn't matter what his name is for my viewers watching right now, because you haven't heard of him anyway, and the city knows who he is, so that's all that matters. He charges $700 an hour. We're going to go for a bonus structure where anything above a certain amount, he'll get a bonus, so he'll be going for big. And it's definitely going to be costing millions now, and there's no way around it, because now really you pissed me off. You got to keep in mind, you're dealing with a person who was willing to fucking sleep on the sidewalk to continue to fucking fight for my rights over this and to continue all this. And so, again, to the fine people of the United States of America, I hope you appreciate this, and I'm not fucking kidding, because if you don't think I could use the $100,000 right now, and if you don't think when I tell my mom, oh yeah, gee ma, sorry, I'm not going to take $100,000 because this is a big thing of historic U.S. Constitution, First Amendment things at City Hall, and I can't fucking chump change it out, man. And you know what? I do want a ruling just to prove, and I don't give a fuck if I only get $50,000 in the long run. If a jury says, well, gee, it ain't worth it, I don't give a fuck. I want the people and the judge to make these decisions now at this point, and I can't do it myself as far as representation. So the good news is, y'all, I feel good, y'all. Hootie-hoo! And so I'm making this show, y'all, and look at this. I got to get back to some of this, because now what my attorney asked me to do is Zumadog type up, like as if it was for the judge, like the history of Zumadog versus City of LA, what happened, and, you know, basically kind of like my biopic. And, you know, here's right when it started, right before. Look how happy and youthful, y'all, when I was singing karaoke in Malibu, y'all, and it was being celebrated, y'all, and there I was, y'all, and when I walked into the room, everybody stood up and cheered, y'all. It was my best ovation ever, y'all. And then now look what happened, y'all. Now look what happened. Anyway, I'm feeling fucking great, y'all, because I don't gotta represent my own legal representation anymore. I moved up to Century City like I deserve to, y'all, with somebody very intimately familiar with this case. He charges $700 an hour, and I'm working on a bonus system, so now it's definitely gonna be costing big money, y'all, and I'm going all the way. And wait till a jury hears this shit, y'all, tacked on with the other people on this thing, and the city, fuck it, is too vindictive. And I just like to say, it's all resulted in my approval of lifetime disability on Medi-Cal. At least I got that, and if you don't think I fucking need that, you're fucking kidding me. And I got physical shit too, and so luckily I haven't been able to address my physical needs because I haven't had insurance. But now luckily I do have that covered, so I will be turning off this camera to go to the doctor, because I got a lot of pings and pangs, y'all, and things that prevent me. Hey, you know what, you motherfuckers, you motherfuckers. Look, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm not able to just go out there and sing and dance and, you know, fucking tap and sing, y'all. You know, because I am under medication for my bipolar, and it does slow me down and enable me not to do things, y'all. It's called disableism, disability, and it's on the realest though, and so I'm fucking pissed off as fuck, because I've got a lot to give and offer, you know, singing and doing things in public, and I've been reduced to having to be stuck inside because I can't even go outside anymore because you fuckers. So luckily it's better, y'all, because I feel better at least having somebody represented. And here's what lawsuits look like, y'all. Here's what they look like. And by the way, this guy's only representing us on the current one, you know, and then we still got the next one coming. It's all very tragic that the city has to be so vindictive, so we'll leave it at that, though. And I'm gonna sing it. I've been hearing too much Bruce Springsteen, y'all, because this stuff reminds me of it. And so, let's see, what's a good one? Darkness on the Edge of Town, I always like. Is oh, dark. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to do that now, because if I blow the take. But you know what? I'll do that one. But here's one I can always sing right off the top. He came from somewhere back in her long ago. What a